Man, you know I love you, Jensen, but we both have work to do. What do you need?
This calibrator you need. What is it exactly?
It's a device that allows me to measure and manipulate neuronal connections. I mean, I can eyeball with the best of them, but for any type of advanced procedure...
So you can't optimize my system without this device? An Otar just happens to have it.
I was having a shipment of tools delivered to somewhere I shouldn't have. And Otar intercepted. I'm sorry, Jensen. This situation I got with the Diwalis, it's not really your problem.
Starting to think it is. What else do I need to know about Otar?
Otar Botkoveli is the second in command of the Diwali crime family here in Prague. People say he is a good guy to have on your side.
And if you're not on his side?
Then you hide behind a wall and hope Otar doesn't find you. It's frustrating, Jensen. I got this deal with Otar's boss, Radic Nikoladze. Way under the table, super secret. The Diwali are supposed to stay away from me.
Guess Otar didn't get the memo. Tell me more about your relationship with the Diwali. What exactly are you caught up in?
Well, you see, it's not so much a relationship. Not so much with the Diwalis, per se. It's more of an occasional contact with Radic Nikoladze.
Alright. So this contact you happen to have with Radic, then?
The problem here isn't me so much. Radic has a habit of keeping things from Otar. And Otar, he doesn't like what he doesn't know. So he puts heat on me as a way of putting heat on Radic. Trying to burrow into his secrets, you know?
Does Radic have secrets buried here with you?
My deal with Radic, part of this deal, is that I don't talk to anyone about my deal. Not Otar, not you, no one. No offense, Jensen, you scared the shit out of me. Otar, he scares the shit out of me. But Radic is worse than both of you put together.
Give me a rundown on these experimental logs you found again.
You got two distinct systems in that garage of yours, Jensen. One is Sarif's. Those logs are tested, safe, reliable. The other ones were hidden, and man, they are screaming for juice. You need to overclock your rig if you want them to run.
You made it sound before like there were risks involved.
Basically, you could overheat. And if that happens, well, that's the whole experimental mystery part. I'm not exactly sure what could happen.
You're not filling me with confidence here, Kohler.
No, don't say that. You can mitigate the risks by permanently disconnecting one of your more standard issue AUGs. One for every new AUG you decide to try out. In fact, as your doctor, I highly encourage you to test your limits.
I'll keep that in mind. I spoke to Sarif earlier, before you made your little discovery. He got in touch with me after seeing footage of the train station attack.
You should talk to him again. I mean, if it was me, if there was something inside me and I didn't know where it came from, I would want whatever answers I could get.
You're saying you know where every single piece of you comes from?
I am not fancy like you, but we are similar in some ways. Both stuffed with more tech than our bodies can handle. Both pushing the limits of augmentation. The big difference is I am my own maker, Jensen. There is no one for me to thank or to blame but myself.
That's all I need for now, Doc.
Yeah, okay. And hey, good luck with that shit. Don't fry yourself, alright?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Jensen, it's Miller. Listen, I need your eyewitness report as soon as possible. What's your ETA?
Depends on how many cops ask to see my papers.
Fuck. Not much I can do about state police after yesterday's attack. Get in when you can. Miller out. Jensen, it's Miller. Listen, I need your eyewitness report as soon as possible. What's your ETA?
Depends on how many cops ask to see my papers.
Fuck. Not much I can do about state police after yesterday's attack. Get in when you can. Miller out.
Access granted.
And it has to be a violation of our rights. What can I get for you?
Hello again. What can I do for you?
I'm good for now.
As you wish.
Nice time for a walk.
This fire might freeze to
These
death.
papers are out of date.
I got them last week.
Keep back,
No,
jerk.
they expired last week.
I must have taken the old ones by mistake. Ah! God damn it.
Okay, next. Papers, please.
How is it different from
Thank
the
you.
football complex?
There's no comparison.
Just
Tutalek was a place to put people, just a way to move the problem somewhere else. Rabia is built for you to live in.
everything seems to be in order.
Okay. Can I keep this pamphlet?
Of course. Have a good day.
How about a few credits? Come on.
When you wish upon a star.
What?
The song, it's in my head. It makes me think of the old puppet shop. You remember the one when we were kids?
Kopek.
That's it. Kopek. I used to love going in there.
telling me you don't think they should all be moved there? No. No, that's not good. Anyway, you can't tell me you're comfortable forcing people out of their homes in the ghetto. I'm comfortable enough to keep them safe here, isn't it?
Until the rubble at Ruzicka station is cleared, metro service outside the core is impossible.
Hand it over. You better hope all your paperwork is in order, Hanser. An unauthorized clank in the city could mean big trouble for you.
Got enough trouble as it is.
Is that right? 1 second. Central, confirm a BH-847. You must have some kind of super weapon under the hood.
What I have is a job to do, and no
Not
time
let
to
me
waste.
keep you then. Get moving, asshole.
Just make it through this shift.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Can you please tell me how to get to number 33?
Got turned around? Happens to everyone.
So it's that way?
No.
That way. Thank you. Just around the corner. Okay, fine. Thank you.
You're welcome.
More than a few around.
Ten hajzl leze do říky a dostane povýšení.
Nice coat. I have to help this customer. If you have a lot of things to do, maybe you could come back later.
Serious?
This whisper chip you gave me, it's an easy plant?
You're heading into TF-29? Already?
Our enemies aren't waiting around while we lick our wounds.
Fair enough. There'll be a data port on the NSN's motherboard. Access it and then just plug and play. Or plug and record in this case.
Got it. I'll let you know when it's done.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Co jsi sakra zač? Nějaký chodící detektor lži, nebo co? To na mě nechcete zkoušet solidaritu s augama? Tak to hodně štěstí.
Security footage from the train station is spotty and massive. Down there.
Somewhere in this city, there's a mob-owned casino in the sewer. Now I've heard everything.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Guys, might as well be ghosts. Dark days ahead. I'm not gonna do shit. Run DNA. We're all the
Analyst White, CC Security. Urgent. Caterina Norman to Agent's office. Agent Norman, first line, Caterina Salutation. Agent Meyer to Sergeant Norman. Report to Agent Creed. Fully urgent.
Can still believe what's been told them. We need to know.
You think one of them
for his wife.
These are the chances he made a mistake.
Dr. Ozan, you have an outside call cleared and surgery.
There was another attempt to breach our firewall last night.
Adam, you're here. You made it in. It's good to see you're okay.
Hey, Aria, yeah. It was a close call. I got lucky. A lot of people didn't.
I was here working when the first reports came in. It was chaos.
Phones ringing off the hook, people yelling, scrambling to find out what was going on. Then when Miller told me you were there,
I'm all right.
Good. You looking for him? Because he's tied up right now and meeting with Leon, I think.
Really? He's using the NSN right now?
Yeah, I just saw him. Oh, hey, that reminds me, here's yours.
What's this?
The card for the shooting range. Chang changed all the codes this morning, said something about only giving access to people he's vetted personally. The bombing really freaked him out. Third one in 6 months, can you believe it? I'm really glad you're okay.
Thanks, Arya. I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Yeah, I better get back downstairs. It's gonna be a busy day. Come by later if you want to talk.
Copy that.
You think one of them would pop up on those lists?
Also, the interaction would be great.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't want anyone to listen.
Negative. They're saying it was faulty wires used. Last night, the collective published the tax returns of 50 richest people in Switzerland. It made for some very security.
For crying out loud.
Jensen, we need to talk. By God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine, Chang.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha Dovos just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station. You don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves as our cover, I assume they're doing it for a bad reason.
Such as?
Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
TF-29 likes its privacy.
Sure. More importantly, Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions.
You got an MO in this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced?
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... My God, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha Dovos was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, Director burrows into some hole, poof, no Christmas party. I need you to find out as much as you can about our snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
All right, you have any leads?
I traced our hacker snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Hlavny, just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
There is no connection. Is that fucked up?
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Be careful up
Maybe
there.
whoever's in charge doesn't want anyone to feel safe. Listening to this police chat.
Right now, I think what's left
thought it's a comedy of errors.
Just wish someone would nut up and take the blame.
Causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite whatever praises the underground media wants to sing. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Ariel is constantly bringing you the best and latest technology. Our portable data
Is it not
I think Singh's got some kind of adrenaline addiction. He plays it too close to the edge.
He made it out of Dubai, didn't he?
I'm telling you, if it had been anyone but Jensen on the ground, Singh would be dead.
Well, you know what? I think you're right, Doc.
I think Director Miller's making a mistake, putting all our resources into finding these Dubai newcomers.
due to malfunctioning augmentation.
Agent Jensen!
Components of the legislation have been
I guess the train...
Agent Singh. Wasn't expecting to see you again. In civvies, at least.
Just passing through. I wanted to thank your team for the backup in Dubai. That sting went to hell faster than the storm did.
You're welcome. But I don't think you came all this way to say thanks.
Director Miller asked me to get Agent McCready up to speed. Now I have the red-eye flight back to Oman.
Headed into the field office there?
Not exactly. One of our black sites. I'll be dropped in as a captured enemy combatant. After I contact my fellow Jinn prisoners, I shall lead a very convenient escape.
Re-embedding with the Jinn. Aren't you taking a big risk, given everything that happened?
No choice. That ambush knocked everyone on their asses. TF-29, Bell Tower, the Jinn. To cover all the angles, I need to go back. Hopefully my cover is still good. You killing the signal booster at the hotel should help.
You're thinking the Jinn can get a beat on our gate crashers faster than TF-29.
Perhaps. They do not like loose ends. An augmented kill squad with military training. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Yeah, once. But it's a long story. Did we get anything out of the cleanup operation?
Mostly corpses. Heavily augmented, as you know. Under those gold masks, they were ID scrubbed. No prints, no dentals, no DNA match. Professional.
Could still be ex-Bell Tower. Plenty of men and material went AWOL after the incident. A competing faction that listened in on Shepard's sale.
It's a possibility. The audits and investigations of Bell Tower will go on for years before we know how many rats jumped from that ship. At least we recovered the weapons. Unlisted. High spec. Military-grade augmentation. Enough to build another couple of you. That is a joke.
Right. It's the world we live in. Anyone with an exemption to the weaponized augment ban is a useful tool. Or a terrorist. Whoever they were, they knew exactly when the deal was going down. Any chance they were based locally, in Dubai?
No. After the incident, Dubai became the world's most luxurious tombstone. Perfect for the Jinn, but for no one else.
I thought human augmentation was frowned on in the Middle East. Why was Dubai hit so hard?
Because it was another world. Two other worlds, in fact. One of extreme augmentations in gold or crystal. And one of thousands of workers outfitted for construction. Then, that day.
I know.
No, Agent Jensen, you could not. Some called it divine punishment. But that day was not the work of a merciful God.
I don't envy what you've got ahead of you.
Actually, I'm looking forward to it. The truth is, when you've been under for long enough, you only feel like an imposter out here, in the real world.
Yeah, I understand the feeling.
Hurry as you are.
It is Jensen, yes?
In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
And elected a 12-year-old boy as president. In Russia, hacked combat drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the U.S., millions of workers lost their jobs when the
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the Collective is one of the most dangerous...
Adam, how's it going? Any trouble with the plant?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received.
From Picus, Ariel is constantly bringing you the best and latest technology. Our portable data center is massive storage vaults, flexible screens with over 1,000 other unique and patented features. Ariel,
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list
back
somewhere.
to New York, and a more in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration.
These guys might as well be
This
ghosts.
legislation, if passed, calls for the removal
the
and
translator
downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed augmentation. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated all
This is so weird. Look, I'm going as fast as I can.
It is Jensen, yes?
due to malfunctioning augmentation.
Is there something I can help you with, Agent?
I hear you're on point looking into the gold mask mercs that hit us in Dubai. Any leads yet?
Christ, I know I'm good, Jensen, but I've only been on it for 5 minutes.
A lot can happen in 5 minutes, McCready. You check with the ME yet? Get anything off the bodies we recovered?
Leftovers are on ice at the Oman substation. I've been told they were scrubbed clean as summer whites. No prints, no dental, no nothing.
So in other words, it's no steps forward and 2 steps back.
For now. That's why it's a good thing you disabled the Jinn's comms booster in Dubai. Singh's cover with the Jinn is still intact. I'm hoping once he's back in Basra, he can use his network to dig around. Maybe these gold-masked jokers will ping locally. Probably another fucking jihad looking to make some noise.
I don't know. I'm not so sure we should be looking for these guys in the desert.
Ah, is that so? You have some new information you feel like sharing?
Come on, McCready. These guys were augmented with military-grade hardware. Body augmentation goes against Muslim beliefs. They weren't jihadists. We're dealing with something new here.
I can see where you're going with this, Jensen, and I'm asking you right now to back off it. It's not your case.
Come on, McCready. We're not a couple of beat cops filling a monthly quota here. This isn't about whose collar it is. It's about getting the people responsible. Full stop.
Look, I get what you're saying, but I'm working a $5 investigation on 50 cents worth of shit. I've got speculation to spare, mate. Listen, I know I come off strong. I've got 3 ex-wives that'll back that up. But that's just how I'm built. Putting on a show for the new guys isn't going to change what's underneath.
I can appreciate that kind of honesty.
Good. So when I say I'm impressed with how you handled yourself in Dubai, you can appreciate that I meant it. With that sandstorm giving us colonics, stripping the juice box out the chopper was an inspired choice. But that mission is over, and your involvement in it ends now. Got it?
Yeah. But tell me, why do you think the bodies from Dubai were sent to Oman?
Fuck knows. Rumor is that Oman was pissed that we got the green light for the gig in the first place. Can't blame them, really.
You don't think it's strange we got the call over them?
I stopped questioning the logic of the big noise a long time ago. What I'm told is we were the only team ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So then you know what I know. Is that everything?
How the hell did you get such a sunny disposition anyway, McCready?
Knowing about me is not going to make us friends, Jensen. But I'll humor you. Fine. I joined regular army straight out of secondary school, made UKSF at 25 and was recruited into the SRR 4 years later.
Special Reconnaissance Regiment. That's an elite unit.
Oh yeah, it was very glamorous. All champagne and blowjobs.
So what happened?
After 12 years hunting terrorist shitbirds across every desert on the face of the earth, I found there was no fucking end to the evil this world churned out. I couldn't see the point in what we were doing anymore. So I quit.
So what brought you back to the life?
I suppose it was purpose. A tool without a job to do can only grow rust. So here I am, back in it, serving my purpose. As a tool yourself, mate, you should understand that, yeah?
Yeah, I got it. It was nice talking to you, McCready.
No, it wasn't.
Despite whatever praises the underground media wants to sing. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Ariel is constantly bringing you the best and latest technology. Our portable data solution has massive storage capacity, flexible streams, and over 1,000 other unique and patented features. Ariel, up with the stress.
Back to New York, and a more in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed documentation. Individuals who live in compliance will be arrested.
What are the chances of them doing that?
Millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentation. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world. And many of them are
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Alex, the whisper chip is in.
Weird, it's already picking up a freak. Jesus, Adam, is Miller in there right now?
Shit, gotta go.
Jensen, I need to see you, now!
Agent Jensen reporting for duty, sir. Tried to do it earlier, but you were on a conference call.
Yeah, I was. Should I be worried about you, Jensen?
Sorry.
That blow you took to your systems. It's not messing with your head or anything, making you do things?
I'm not gonna go crazy and start attacking people, if that's what you're worried about.
You've been checked out then? The problem with your orgs is gone.
I took care of it.
Good, good. God knows, with all that's happened, I need you at 100% right now.
You sounded pissed when you called me in. Everything okay?
Don't ever leave the field, Jensen. You'll regret it. As soon as you strap a desk to your ass, you'll be swimming in goddamn politics.
The boss is giving you trouble?
What? Oh, that. No, the trouble's state police. They're pushing us out of the Rosika investigation. I want you over there to make sure that doesn't happen.
You're putting me on the train station attack? Not Dubai?
Forget Dubai. McCready's handling it.
Good. Thought I'd have to fight him to let me handle this one. Whoever planted those bombs yesterday has a lot to answer for.
Agreed. And we have to find out who they are before the state police fuck up our crime scene.
You said they're trying to push us out?
I sent Fletcher in this morning to oversee evidence collection. Seems he's being detained, because he hasn't checked in since.
They can't lock us out. The Czech Republic signed our UN mandate agreement. They gave us jurisdiction over terrorist investigations.
Yeah, well, the former director of their security information services runs state police now. He's come up with a loophole, claiming this attack falls under the homegrown terror exemption.
Homegrown? He's saying it's ARC? The Augmented Rights Coalition?
I don't care what he's saying. He may even be right. I just want us in there so we can find out.
Chang said you've got him cleaning up telecam footage that was captured during the bombing. Maybe it can tell us something.
Maybe. But between you and me, Chang's become a little more unglued since Ruzika. Not sure we can wait for him to get his shit together.
So where do I start?
Technically, you're supposed to speak to our psychologist before getting back into action.
I don't need a shrink.
Convenient because she's not in the office right now, and I don't want to waste any more time.
So how do I get to Ruzika? Public transportation's not stopping there.
It will for you once I make a phone call. Head to the metro and call me when you're there. Good luck, Agent.
In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud when they rigged the electronic voting system and elected a 12-year-old boy as president. In Russia, hacked combat drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the US, millions of workers lost their jobs when the collective leaked classified corporate documents, causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the collective is one of the most dangerous organizations. Phrases the underground media wants to sing. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from
Put that back, Jensen!
Our portable data solutions have massive storage capacity, flexible screens, unearthed, patented features. Area.
Into New York, and a more in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation
Doing extra communications taking back to an operation in China. Our people there are taking down a human trafficking operation. No, that group is still the only chance to see the patient is the first thing you learn to
We're talking about the same Vince?
Black?
testing all over the world.
Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't want them for 2 weeks.
dark days ahead.
Thanks. Keep digging.
Hey, Adam, hang on a sec. Filling out supply request forms for McCready and his boys is tedious as hell, but I don't want to give him another reason to say no.
Say no to what?
Are you kidding me? Right now, you're the only active augmented agent we have. I'm hoping to change that, been asking him every week practically, but so far, permission denied.
Really? He give you a reason?
Says my stress levels are too high. Told me I should sign up for meditation classes and drag Chang in with me so he'd chill out and stop changing security codes all the time. It sucks because I really wanted to find out who those crashers in Dubai were.
I still can't believe Miller gave the gold mask case to McCready.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. You were there too. You're probably as pissed about those guys getting the drop on the team in Dubai as McCready is. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there. Agent Singh might have been killed.
You were saying your stress levels were affecting your chances of becoming a field agent. Why is that?
I have a rare resistance to neuropazine. I need more than the average person, especially in stressful situations. They say I'd be too expensive, so it's not just discrimination. That would be easier to deal with. It's a combination of things.
Well, that combination of things is pretty bad in Prague, and getting worse.
I know, but Interpol was the only agency who would give me a chance, and this is where I was assigned. I have no problem with that. I'll take whatever they throw at me.
Good.
It took me months of rehabilitation, getting used to the new arm, learning how to shoot again, learning how to tie my own boots. But I did it, and I'm better than I was before. I want to help, and I can. My place is out there in the field where I can make a difference. You know that. And if you can do it, so can I.
Don't give up, Arya. Semper Fi.
Hoorah.
After the bombing, when Chang changed all the locks and codes, was he under orders? Was there a credible threat to our location?
Maybe, but I don't think so. You know how he gets. Still, he wasn't the only one overreacting this time. A lot of people have been here for over 36 hours, and the state police have not exactly been cooperative.
I can imagine.
It took several hours before we got the security footage from the train station and the surrounding streets. It's like they don't trust Interpol. It's weird. I can almost understand Chang's paranoia.
Well, Chang doesn't trust anyone, especially anyone in law enforcement.
Well, if you thought he was high-strung before, the attack only made him more manic. He's making connections no one else sees, and some that may not be there.
Explosions tend to damage things like sensitive electronic equipment.
Right? Try telling him that.
Well, I better let you get back to work.
Yeah, sure. Talk to you later.
Did we get anything from the Whisper chip?
We got something, but Janus provided the wrong algorithm for the frequencies, so they aren't getting deciphered correctly.
Can you fix it?
I'm a pilot, not a programmer. I can do it, but it's gonna take some time.
What's wrong with him? Sorry if I was rude before. If the store had been empty.
We all have our roles to play, Sedlak. How's yours going?
It is giving me new respect for criminals who run front operations. Late shipments, supply problems, random police searches at customs. Ugh.
I thought this store was just a front.
Best Front is a real company. Prahadovos is registered as an international shipping corporation in every country in the EU. I can get an office, way station, or depot up and running anywhere in Europe within 72 hours. I do not suppose you spoke to Agent Chang while you were down there.
He told me you've been hacked. I'm looking into it.
Good. I will sleep better knowing an experienced field agent is on the case.
Anything you can tell me about this hack?
Chang will know more than me. I just told him something strange was going on. Utility statements being accessed, incomplete information on orders, that kind of thing.
The kind of thing that's easy to miss. Surprised you noticed it.
When you have been doing this as long as me, you start to question every little thing. Plus, that old lady kept coming around.
Old lady?
Chatty thing. I thought she was just lonely, until I caught her staring at the terminal when my back was turned.
Did you confront her about it?
I told Chang. Asked him to put a field agent on it.
Field agent?
We both know the deal, Jensen. There are two types of agents in this office. The ones who do the footwork and work the leads, and the ones who analyze them.
And you think Chang's one of those?
I think Chang lives in his head too much. He is good. He's very good. But it is also good that the task force brought in a new psychologist this month.
Well, I'd better get going. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Do not tell me, tell Chang. I have a cover to keep. I'm glad you were not hurt in the bombing yesterday, Agent Jensen. The task force needs good men like you.
Thanks, Sedlak. Take care.
I told you this would happen with Coco. It's that damn golem city. If you're not... Already a terrorist, when you go in, they'll turn you into one.
If you're so smart, why don't you help the police find the people responsible?
They know it's Talos Raka, but they can't get to him though, because he's hiding in that rat hole, protected by all his augmented psychopaths.
Why don't they just bomb Golem City? Blow it off the map? Sure he's
Ambit detektiv má nějaký posraný pokuskář.
The only way I'm continuing this conversation is over a beer. Who listens to that garbage?
I got a right to refuse service to anyone. I do not do business with clanks.
So we had him in interrogation, but then nothing suspicious here.
What did you do that for?
I'm protecting the real people in the building. Most of them on that list are a few months late with their
Oyobo, you interested in some merchandise? You want the guy standing over by the laptop. Hey, are you interested in clean guns for a good price?
Palisade Bank Corporation is now...
Come on in. Weapons for sale. Sure. They look good in...
Why you gotta
Back
be
it
like
up,
that,
friend.
huh?
Around the clock, around the world. Because you are always...
You have credits? Usually you people with the robot arms and legs have no credits.
No, you got a real way with people. What's on the menu?
Menu? No, not food. Guns and things. You want? I'm trying to run a business here.
Not interested right now.
Go! Go! Waste my time.
When an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered.
Come on in. Weapons for sale. Did you hear about the guy who had his kidney stolen by a cannon? For the love of God. young. You interested in some merchandise?
I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talos Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Zavrhnout, když důstojník Řehořkaba vypověděl, že ručně psané záznamy, podle kterých policie sledovala nákup a prodej prostitutek, byly nešťastnou náhodou skartovány. Dodal, že důstojník zodpovědný za tuto chybu byl vyslán na Placidu.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Chang, I think I have something on our secret admirer. Group called Samizdat. Mean anything to you?
You mean those conspiracy nuts? Very bad for business. How much do they know?
Not sure. Good news is I got an exact location.
Find out whatever you can. What they know, what they want. If they blow the task force's cover, it's only a matter of time before someone blows up the task force.
Don't worry, Chang. I don't want the walls coming down just yet.
Aboard sister airlines flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. They have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life.
information archived within the walls of Palisade Property Bank is beyond the legal jurisdiction of any government. Assured anonymity. Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever the best secure corporate archiving company in the world.
Around the clock, around the world. Like a team. Always welcome. Because
The private sector pays double. Fine.
malfunctioning augmentation. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world. Escalation in the violence widen the gap and polarize the dialogue of protest This is a live exam. Reported to you live from Pikehead.
Fucking devout. You run this city. Nothing to report. Just the way I like it.
Sure.
Don't do anything suspicious.
Welcome to Magia.
Trust very few.
Can't defend against that kind of thing.
I can help you with something, yes?
What do you expect? Palisade isn't going to hire nice people to guard the elite state. They're going to hire badass.
Next, listen.
Can't
I did
defend
what you
against that
asked.
kind of thing.
Now just leave me alone. I don't want to hear from you anymore.
Just a moment.
It'll only be another minute. I have to confirm something. Dispatch.
I can't believe the police let you in here.
Just make it through this shift.
Hey, I don't need this today. No handouts.
Stay quiet.
Yeah, I know. You have no money. Whatever.
I don't like being this close to the cash cow. I'm afraid of what might happen to me.
Don't be ridiculous. Poverty isn't contagious.
No, but most of the people in that district have some kind of addiction. Desperate people who need money are more likely to commit crimes and hurt people than you. Jesus, listen to you. If the people in that district need anything, it's clothing and food. Those aren't addictions.
Tady je klid, přepínám.
Come and get it! Is it benign? If you're hoping to buy something from me, you're out of luck.
The spreads are up here. Cannot come soon enough.
Flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history. I cannot speak for you folks, but terrifying memories of that day still haunt me. It will certainly be a while before any of us forget it. This is Eliza Gassa, reporting to you live from Picus, X360.
I recall. What's up?
And we at Palisade Property Bank have made addressing those concerns a priority for us. Information archived within the walls of Palisade Property Bank is beyond the legal jurisdiction of any government. Assured anonymity. Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be the best secure corporate archiving company in the world.
Around the clock, around the world.
Spread throughout Europe.
Dozens were killed and hundreds more injured yesterday when bombs exploded inside Ruzicka train station. Mind you, folks, that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented in a world that has turned against them. But with the United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act in United Nations, could Dr. change his tone? Your guess is as good as mine. This is Eliza Gassa, reporting to you live from Picus.
Cannot come soon enough.
The global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories. Is freedom of the press political freedom? In the hands of irresponsible journalists, it can be. Underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective, an elusive group of vigilante hackers, for exposing big money corruption. What these journalists overlook,
Right here
however,
in the city.
is the damage these hackers have in their ways.
Vážně jsme k ničemu.
But you are always watching. Now to Prague, a city still reeling from a devastating terror attack. More injured yesterday. Bombs exploded inside Ruzicka train station. I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring Foodland complex. Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented in a world that has turned against them. But with the United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act in United
Hajzl leze do říky a dostane povýšení. mi připadá, že jsme v chomoutu s rusákama.
I always get alarmed like this.
Co je?
Neobtěžujte mě, prosím.
Come on, you know how these girls are. Whatever. Looks like we met in class. But I could work.
If you're hoping to buy something from me, you're out of luck.
There is no such thing as free will. We are programmed from birth. Heredity, culture, background. We think we make choices, but even they are programmed.
Do not kill me. I have a family.
If only my mother could see
Do
me
I
now.
know you? No, I don't know you. So get out of my face.
They speak the truth.
You sure it's not in your head, brother?
Beep, beep, clack, clack, typing. Computers, don't you hear it?
I don't hear anything.
I like it down here. If you don't, then you can just fuck off.
We should lead with the population at... and a big global impact zone. Then segue into earthquakes and clones, follow up on Dubai, and finish with local. Where are we from the world?
You're asking the right question.
The Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations.
Please, is it front for a front? I want to know more. I want... Bones, what about you?
I still think we should lead with Moonbase.
He's right. Moonbase is sexy.
Since when are we trying to be sexy? Do I look like Eliza Kazan to any of you?
You absolutely do not.
Deep breaths, people. Let's take a minute to think about who we are, what it is we're trying to accomplish here.
Don't shoot!
Shit.
We're journalists!
Who invited the agent type?
Who are you? What do you want? Why are you here? You here because of the Dubai story? The article about the moonbase? The clones on the moonbase? Who sent you?
I'm here for Sam as dad. Are you in charge?
I take charge, but I'm not in charge, man. No one owns or dictates the truth. Freedom of information is a collective right, and a collective responsibility. That said, you gonna break someone's nose? You break my nose.
I didn't come here to break anything. I just need you to cooperate.
I spent my 20s in a commune, man. I'm all about cooperation.
Good. It's about something you've been looking into. It's making some people nervous. What do you know about Praha Dovos?
Oh, that little import company? I know there's more than boxes in the basement. We've seen agent types come in and out. The place is a curtain. The first in a series of many. Pull them all back and you'll find... Damn. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's a dead end.
Right. Guys like you always come down here because of dead ends.
Fine. Then what if it's something other people are already looking into? If someone like you makes too much noise, that may compromise any chance they have of uncovering something bigger. Do you understand?
I'm supposed to believe we're colleagues now? You men in black types, you walk into Pike's newsroom, tell them to be hush-hush about something, and they do it. But that's not how it works here. One day, you will all be exposed. If not by me, then someone just like me. Samizdat isn't one voice. K isn't one man.
What exactly do you do down here?
Samizdat is a media uprising. While Picus panders to corporate tyranny and government bullshit, we pump out the truth. We uncover it, we write it, we publish it. We get our noses broke for it.
So you print pamphlets?
Well, we do a lot more than that. We got ways of getting into Picus media network. That's how we disseminate information.
Information you get by hacking into places you shouldn't.
The truth is buried. If digging it up means skirting a few rules, so be it.
What did you mean when you said K wasn't one man?
K is an ideal, the intangible leader of tangible resistance. You can kill me, but then little K would become K. Kill little K and Bones over there becomes K. There's always a K.
And what if you kill Bones?
You can't kill Bones, man. Bones isn't real. I think he was one of them. He was supposed to be a prince of Belgium, man, but then he broke his condition. We found him inside this fucking cult, all confused, so we reprogrammed him with the truth.
Right. Suppose I needed to make a deal with Samizdat. There's no one person I can talk to?
Depends on the deal. I mean, there's always going to be an editor. Editor makes the final call on all published material. That would be me.
So you could ensure that something doesn't get talked about?
Depends on the deal.
I need you to stop looking into Praha Dovos, but not for the reason you assume.
Relax, I get it. You don't think I do, but I do. You got to appease your military industrial masters. We've all been there, man.
I'm not who you think I am. The kinds of people who manipulate the news, who cover things up. You don't need to convince me that's who the enemy is.
The enemy is anyone who conceals the truth. And that's exactly what you're asking me to do. To pretend like that little import company isn't hiding something.
I'm asking you to see a difference between conspiracy and discretion. Between people who hide information in order to push their own agendas and those who need to stay off the radar in order to do their jobs. You, of all people, should understand.
Okay. Okay, look. You seem like a reasonable guy. Huh? Hell, I've usually been punched by now. I find this refreshing. Here's the deal. We promise to forget all about Praha Dovos and stay out of your way as long as you give us something better.
What do you suggest?
The only thing I hate more than secret organizations are toothless media conglomerates who don't hold anyone accountable, who spit lie after lie after lie. So I propose a trade. There are places my people can't get into. You get into one of those places and find me some dirt on the real enemy here. Picus Media. Do that, and I'll cut whatever you want me to cut. Who knows? Maybe you'll even learn something.
You're gonna forget everything you know about Praha Dovos for now. It's the only way you get to protect your ideals.
Right, because concealing information is obviously the best way to keep people informed. You really think I'm that stupid? There's this word you might want to look up. It's called transparency. It means people have the right to know, no matter what the cost.
Fair enough. But there's a difference between speculation and fact. Right now, I'm betting you don't have anything tangible to go on. You don't know who I am, what my role is, or what's really going on. Wait until the facts are out before you go spewing misinformation everywhere. Before you get people killed.
Okay, maybe I don't have all the facts yet, I'll give you that, but I know something's going on down there. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. That's why you always have to keep digging. The truth, the real truth. It's a rare fucking bird, man. And if you're too slow or too careful, it fucking flies off. So when I get so much as a hint of truth, I strike when I can, as hard as I can.
Whatever the cost, is that it? You want to be better than Picus, right? So what does Picus do? They frighten people. They sensationalize the news. They misdirect. If you want to resist them, you need to strive to be objective. You need to deal in truths. And the truth is, putting Brahadovos under the spotlight right now is dangerous to me and useless to the public. Wait until it's time.
Okay, I get it. I don't want to compromise no one's investigative journalism. Sometimes you move too fast and the real story flies off before you even had a chance to see it. That's not what we do here. So you go break open whatever it is you're breaking open, and we'll lay off Brahadovos. For now.
You're making the right choice.
We'll see. You know, we could still use your help, though. Journalistic integrity may not mean very much topside, but it still means something down here. And that's why I think you should help us. You're our best shot at hitting the mass media where it hurts.
All right, what do you want to know about Picus?
I want skeletons. The kind that companies like Picus come all the way to Prague just to bury. Corporate archiving, man.
Corporate archiving, huh? You asking me to break into a bank?
I'm not talking vaults here. Ashani Talvar, the Palisade CEO, she leverages her clients, keeps information about them close at hand. She's got something on Picus, I know it. I just can't get to it, but I bet you could. You poke into her office, find something that proves how nasty Picus is, how much they love to piss on the truth, and I promise you this, I'll misplace any file you want.
We'll see. Chang, you there?
What do you got for me?
Took care of Sam's dad. No one's going to be reading anything about us anytime soon.
Oh, I'll cancel the movers. How'd you do it?
I've reasoned with them. They're not going to give us any trouble.
Reasoned? With the conspiracy nuts.
I know what I'm doing.
This is Eliza Cassell, reporting to
I
you.
finally got people in contact in the trade office. They fuck off.
Think of us as counterculture patriots. Our mission? To inform people, to offer an alternative to Picus. Keep trying for them. Keep giving them help.
And a more in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507.
I still think we should lead with Moonbase.
I just learned my son is a junkie. When the police arrested him for using it. Not my proudest moment as a mother, I tell you.
Hold it, Clank. Let me see your permit, and be quick about it.
I'm sure you'll find everything in order, officer.
What's the matter, eh? I'm holding you up from some important, This is a BH-847.
Is that what it is? Sounds impressive.
Are you going to be a problem? Eyes to yourself. You are cleared through this checkpoint. Go about your business. Not much going on.
All right, Miller, I'm at the Metro.
Perfect timing. Chang says your private chariot will arrive any time you call up Rizika Station on the map.
Chang, you had him hack into Prague's public transit company so I can get to Rizika?
Plan A wasn't working.
Jo, tak zatím.
I hate watching the news. Wars, famines, murders, diseases. My imagination or did everything go to hell after the incident? Sir, there's a better life for the augmented, and it's waiting for you in Rabia. We won't push you aside for your augment. We want you to be part of something.
What does hypothermia feel like?
Don't do it.
I wish I had a card. And I used to remember which card.
Like always, change is birthed into fire and blood and pain. But the bright future that has power.
Oh. Hello.
How much do you want to spend this time, eh? Was that all? Come on, I can tell you have more credits.
I'll be on my way.
I still have more.
You will find belonging in the oneness of singularity.
There's just never enough time.
As you wish. As you wish. But remember, homeowner, this poses a substantial security risk. I'll keep you safe. Out of sight, out of mind.